Hey there, welcome to Thriving Thursday again with the marketing assessments. Today we're going to talk about how you use them with new products. Assessment marketing, again, week 3, this is your best tool to success. This is the best way for you to connect with your audience, find out not only what they need, what they like, build a relationship, find out what their hopes and dreams are, whatever it is that you need from your audience. This is all a discovery process about finding out what people want. With a new product, we want to be able to identify the best new products to pursue. Now, I created several products before I ever started using assessments, and I really had a tough time selling them. And the reason is I was creating products that I thought people would like. I would talk to them and I thought, okay, that's what needs to be solved. And I thought I knew the process. I know how this is done. And so I would create that as if I were creating it for myself. The problem is I'm an expert at this. So I think about it in a different way, in a problem-solving way, a different way from my ideal clients. A lot of times my ideal clients don't even know where to start. So my best way to pursue a new product is to be able to talk to people and create what I think they would like based on their feedback. So talking to them and putting the assessments out there. Back in February of 2017, I sat through 4 of the most boring social media presentations ever. I literally wanted to walk out and scream. 2013 called and they want their social media back. One of the guys in the last presentation I was in that was sitting next to me actually stood up and said, "Are you ever going to tell us what to do? Or are you just going to talk about theory all day?" And that sparked an idea in my head. I put together an assessment and asked people what they would want in a social media package. A month later, I had an outline. I went and sold the hell out of it. And I didn't even have it created. So little scary because I had to put it together in like 3 weeks. I took money and I actually had to have it by April 1st. But the point was I actually talked to people and I sold something before I spent all the time creating it. It's also through assessments the time to determine if there's a market for your new product idea. I don't know how many times I wrote on Facebook, "Hey, I'm thinking about putting this or that together," and crickets. And I thought it wasn't a good idea. One of the things I put together back in 2015 was a program, How to Build Your List. And I was promoting it to the wrong people. People that were book people had no idea. They were supposed to build a list. They were supposed to build a funnel. None of it. Now, what was really cool about it is I joined an organization a year later where people were really focused on their list. So I was able to sell the product. But up until then, crickets. I sold like 1 and I sold it at a discount. So don't be like me in that respect. Don't make all the mistakes I made. The other thing about the assessments is you have the opportunity to calculate your success probability before you invest time and money on a new product. Now, let me just tell you, when I create a product, usually between recordings and assessments and action guides and video if I use it and getting it set up and colors and marketing, I usually end up spending easily 75 to 100 hours. At my hourly rate, that's a huge amount of time that I'm spending there instead of spending with clients. The other thing is I don't know exactly what I'm doing that people want it. I don't know how to speak to them in the marketing. So I've actually had marketing campaigns where I've wasted money because it didn't hit the right audience. So all of these things will help you be able to calculate how successful this product's going to be and take the risk out of it, because every time we produce a product, a service, or anything, even if it's a book, we take a risk on ourselves and spend a lot of money on it. Here's one that I worked on that I have to tell you was really an eye-opener for me. Someone brought me a game that he believed was a communication game. She believed was a communication game. And she went to Shark Tank and she interviewed, and their absolute bottom line was, we don't really know who your target market is, so we couldn't even put you on the show because we don't know. Nobody will invest in something unless you can tell us and show us that you've had sales with this already. So we sat down and we did a focus group. And amazingly, we found out from the game that the people in the focus group thought it was a fabulous drinking game. It was a real eye-opener for all of us, but I felt especially bad for the person who produced it because she had put 25K into the game and producing the pieces and the packaging and all of the stuff that went together to put it together, and super, super disappointing. So as usual, get your funnel together. If you don't have your funnel fully functioning, upsells, downsells, the whole 9 yards going on in the background, knowing who your client is, testing all of it, putting assessments together, you're liable to fail and lose clients and revenue. See you next week.